Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At. Today we are taking a look at Fox-un Forests, a game by Bonus Level Entertainment, which has some excellent music in the background. It reminds me a lot of, what was it? I said it on stream. Oh, Duck Game. At a certain point this track sounds like a track from Duck Game, which is a bit of an obscure reference at this point, I feel. But if I let it play for a little bit longer, you might agree with me, so just bear with it. Also, my dog wants me to throw a toy for her, so that's as good an excuse as any to let you enjoy a little bit more of this. Wait for it. Is that not Duck Game? I mean, that is Duck Game, this section. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Duck Game. We're here to talk about Fox-un Forests, a game that I put in just over 2 hours. In that period, I have done 27% of the game, but technically it's more than that if you're not going after collectibles. I've done 2 out of the 4 seasons of the game. But then we'll jump back in, and I will go into the first plaza to just talk a little bit about what we're actually doing in the game here. So this is who you're playing as. You're playing as a fox. His name is Rick, for some reason. And he meets this bird that he wants to eat. This bird here. And for whatever reason, he kind of gets roped into, I guess it's the allure of treasure. He gets kind of roped into helping the bird and this tree through here reclaim magical bark, as he's explaining there. The season tree had some of his magic bark stolen. I don't mean like woof woof, I mean like wood. And I just got messaged on Skype, which is wonderful timing. So you're roped into trying to help him do that, and to that end you're given a magic crossbow which can control seasons, which is your primary method for attack and also the primary method you solve puzzles in the game as well. Back in the town here though, you can also buy upgrades which unlock more moves, more health upgrades and more mana upgrades, which is the bar up top. Health is top left, which I've increased once, and then potions, which are all attack potions, they're not heals. But I might be able to buy one. Let's see here. I've tried the lightning one before. Yeah, they're only 30, so sure, I'll buy one and we'll maybe use it in a fight here. But the gist is you have to go and beat some bosses and recover the magical bark. I've done that for 2 areas, and I have 2 more to do, but I can't get to the 3rd area yet because you have to make these treelings here grow, and you do that by collecting certain seeds. I currently have 9 out of 40, if you can see that on the left, and then the other 2 things, which I've just been calling like crystal and polo mint, those are for upgrades, but the one on the left, the seeds very specifically, are for unlocking more levels of the game. So it blocks off progress by forcing you to find secrets in previous levels, and most of those secrets, not all of them, but most of them are locked behind you getting more abilities for your crossbow. So I've only made this one grow. To grow this one I need 12. Again, only got 9, so I need to go back to previous levels to try and find seeds that I've missed. As far as other abilities, you got the basic shot with the crossbow, although you can't fire it in here. I do also have a spread shot, and then I also have a fire shot as far as other unlocks. But let's go pick a level I've previously done, and still has a lot of collectibles on. So this one has 2 more seeds on it. This one has 4 more seeds on it. And then this is a boss fight, which is just the boss fight, so there's no collectibles on it. There's also a bonus level for each season, and you can't get that unless you found all the collectibles. So I haven't done those, I think. What's the stipulation here? Oh, you have to find all the seeds. So you don't have to find the crystals and the polo mints, you just have to find the seeds. So that's not as bad. Alright, let's go to level 1-2, which was Gorgeous Gorge. And we'll see if we can find ourselves some areas I missed the first time I did this level. I'm using the Xbox 360 controller. X is shoot the crossbow. You can also duck and do a little slash. You can also look up and do a slash. And then you can jump once and do a slash, but I've also unlocked the ability to double jump and do a spin slash, which is very useful. Beyond that, I can use right trigger to change the season. Now what season you change into depends on the level you're in, but this one obviously changes it to autumn. And the level changes in the different season, but when you're in the other season, that blue bar at the top there is draining. And if it runs out, you're forced back into the previous season. So I can change what arrow type I'm using, which also uses mana incidentally, by using the left trigger, sorry, the left bumper. And right bumper is switch between potions, but I only have 1 unlocked. I'm going to stick with the fire one though, because even though it uses mana, your mana regenerates pretty quickly, and the fire shots do a lot more damage. Case in point. I was curious. I didn't have this attack last time I was here. I was curious if you could kill those, because if you change seasons, they become an enemy that drop bombs on you. But anyway, there's a pit here, and we can't really get down the pit, or rather back up the pit, if we fall all the way down, because I believe it is a death drop eventually. So what we want to do is stay in the autumn season and use that to get across. And that's kind of like the differentiating gameplay mechanic Fox and Forest has. Beyond that, it's a 16-bit homage to Ghosts and Ghouls. It reminds me a lot of Mega Man X. Not the original Mega Mans, but very specifically Mega Man X. And those kind of old-fashioned games I played when I was a kid. Let's just kill them. Most of the enemies respawn super quickly. A little too quickly, if I can say. But some don't. Now let's see. Because we're not here to just finish the level, because I finished the level. We're here to... yeah, there's something below me here. We're here to find secrets. Oh, there is one of the seeds in there. Okay, how did I get into there? Interesting. Is it somewhere in... oh, here we go. Ah, okay, there's a red target here. I couldn't do anything with this red target before, because I didn't have the fire arrows. But now... it's done something. It's given me platforms to get up to one of the seeds I missed, so that's perfect. That's progress. If I can get 2 more, I can actually unlock the new area and see what it looks like. There's nothing down here. There's also other abilities for Rick that you can buy. Eventually there is a ground pound. I can't quite afford it yet. I wonder if there's anything down there. It takes a little while for the camera to pan down. So that's saying that's a death drop. I'm never sure if I want to believe it or not. But we haven't found a checkpoint yet. Checkpoints, you have to pay for your checkpoints. In fact, I think there might be one up there somewhere. Come back to this for a second. The autumn season. We're looking for a badger. That's our checkpoint NPC. Okay, so he only fires once. Got it. Nice. Yeah, the fire is so effective. Ah, there's a checkpoint badger friend. Well, I say friend. His name is Retro. But he makes us pay, and the more checkpoints you use on a level, the higher the price goes up. I think it doubles every time, but I might be wrong. Alright, so I don't think I fully explored down here, so we're going to do that. Now that we have that checkpoint, if I die, it doesn't matter. We'll just start there and we'll have our health back, etc. Ah, we have a green target here, so let's just do that. I don't know if I've been up here before. Maybe. I think there was a secret to the right there. I feel like there was a hole in the wall. No? Huh, very surprised. Alright, if we want to get up here, we're going to have to change season again. There is a little bit of delay when you change season. You're rooted to the spot for a second, and it can matter. Yes, and burn the trees. Ah, now that's a cross, no, not cross, a target type I've not seen before. So I don't know how to get that. I am curious if I can just... oh, there's no leaves here. There's no leaves! There was no leaves. Thankfully, it's not a particularly hard ordeal to get back to where I was. Let's come over here. We'll just jump over the log this time. Oh, I still caught him. Music is good. It's befitting of the theme of the game. Let me just see if there's anything down here. I feel like I'm missing a collectible back there, but at the same time I don't want to keep on just throwing myself into a death drop. Although we do have another badger here. Yeah, its price is doubled. Oh, but now I can't get back. I thought I could make that jump. I think you do get a higher jump of some kind later on. Ah, what you definitely get that I can't get yet, unfortunately, is the ability to stomp weak bits like this. I am curious if there's a seed down there, because there is a cave. I wonder if there's an alternative way in over here. Because it looks like the cave system keeps going. Oh, you're still following me, huh? I do wish the camera panned down faster. You know, maybe I've just been spoiled by Hollow Knight, but I like responsive controls, especially in my platformers. Okay, so we can get back over here. I'm not sure why I wasn't able to attack there. That's another thing. In general, I guess I should just kind of get on to my overall thoughts of Fox and Forests. I'm lukewarm to the game, and it's partially because of some failings, and also just because I don't think it's particularly interesting. General gist of the opinion on stream when I streamed it... Oh, we did find a seed I'd missed. Nice. Was kind of like, you know, it's not bad. It's just, it's not particularly interesting to watch. Didn't seem that fun to play. And sadly, I kind of agree. The controls are not tight enough for me. Again, maybe I'm just spoiled by Hollow Knight, but they're not tight. I feel like there's input lag. I feel like the bosses could be a little bit better. And in general, I always choose to focus on the weirdest things when I have complaints that I want to level at a game. But the writing in the game, and yes, I know it's a, you know, it's a platformer. It's going for kind of like a retro feel and whatnot, but the writing in the game is terrible. And I'm not just saying that because they talk in puns. Puns, you know, that's fine. If that's your aesthetic, that's your aesthetic. Fine. I just mean it's very badly written. Like, Rick the Fox is an asshole for no apparent reason. The bird that's kind of like your teammate helping you do this thing is an asshole as well, for apparently no reason. I don't know if they were trying to do like a thing where it's like, oh, they talk like they don't like each other, but deep down they really like each other. It's not really like that. Rick is doing this because, oh, I didn't get this at all. There's a target up there I need. Rick is doing this because he wants to eat the bird and wants treasure. That's all his motivation is. He has no other inherent goal here. He just wants money and dinner. So, and I don't really understand why they chose to make that his personality, or any of the characters having the personality they do. Maybe it's supposed to be funny, it just comes across as bad. So kind of like no inherent investment in the characters themselves, and just kind of bland gameplay. Kinda is what turns me off, kinda. The season switching is a fun mechanic that I wish was better utilised. It did kind of come into play against the second boss I fought. Against the first boss, it did, but in a manner that didn't really make much sense. And unfortunately, another turning off point for the game, which we discovered once I'd finished playing it on stream, is that the asking price is £15.49, which does, again, kind of sound like a direct translation price. Because £15.49 is a bit of a strange price to go with, but that is way too expensive. If you put in the minimum required to unlock all the areas, which is what I've been doing more or less, because the collectible hunting doesn't really appeal. I'm halfway through the game in 2 hours, so you're looking at a 4-hour game, maybe 5, 6 tops, if you want to get all the abilities and all the seeds. And I know it's not a fair comparison to be like, you know, this many hours of play for this gameplay, for this price, you know, that kind of thing. But it is also perfectly reasonable to think, it's a little steep for a game that doesn't have longevity. You shouldn't judge every game by the same criteria, obviously, because there's games that are very short that are definitely worth their price because they're just a wonderful experience. This isn't the case here. I'm not saying the game is bad, I'm just saying it doesn't do anything to wow me. I honestly blame Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a great modern platformer rather, if it still pays homage to the platformers of old in a way that is just impeccable, almost. And the thing that drew me to this was the fact it looked to me like when I watched the trailer on Steam and things like that, it played like Mega Man. I was like, I would love another Mega Man-like game, because Hollow Knight isn't quite that experience. That leaf disappeared. But if you're looking at this and you're thinking to yourself, wow, this actually looks right up my street, do not let me stop you. I'll be linking to the Steam Store page below, as I always do. by all means go check it out for yourself. If you also agree it's a bit steep in prices but you are still interested in it, wait for it to come on sale, put it on your wish list, you know, keep an eye on it, that kind of thing, that's totally fine. I just come around in a circle, I feel like I've been here. I mean, I have been here because I've done this level, but more so like recently. Ah, hang on a minute. So there's one target there I didn't get. Oh, unfortunately you can't look up. But there is a... Yeah, enemies respawn a bit too quickly. There's a red target there, but I can't get that from here. That's a death drop, I think. I am kind of determined to get that red target, because that might be the thing I need to get the last seed. Oh, I can't get back up here now. Damn. Doesn't help that those little enemies look very like Hollow Knight enemies. Yeah, so he's went up to 80. And there's another bit there you can break if you had the ground stomp thing, but I don't have it yet. I wonder if I can do this yet. No, probably not. Because I tried to get up here once before, and if you have just your default mana pool, it wasn't quite enough. And I don't think it's... I've had one increase, I think. It's not going to be enough. Oh, I made it. One was enough, barely. What does that get me, though? Some money. Whatever's up here. Hang on, if I just do that, just so I have a platform to land on. Oh, there's a green target. Okay. Let's see if there's anything down here. Oh, no. There's the Mega Man thing where if you get hit in the air, you get stunned and fall backwards a little bit. How did I hit that green target, though? Oh, no. I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to change bullet type. Oh, well, nuts it. I'm not quite sure where I was supposed to stand to be able to hit that. Yeah, some chests have mimics in them for reasons. Don't really know. Or rather, they're not mimics. They have ghosts in them, but functionally the same. If I let myself recharge a little bit, I think I can get up there. Now, is this going to take us above where I was going to go anyway? No, I remember coming here on stream. It's just for a chest, which I believe is a ghost. Alright, let's end this level. And I think that basically covers my thoughts of the game as well. I think it's very bland, unfortunately. But I've already said my piece on that. If it is something you're interested in, keep an eye on it. If you think it's a bit too expensive, that's fine. Just wait until it comes down in price a little bit. Also, we're going to launch Bird Friend into the air now. This has been a look at Fox Un Forests. Go check out the Steam store page linked below if you're interested in learning more about the game. Look at reviews from people who've put in more than the 2 and a bit hours I have. Thanks for watching though, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.